In future, don't let anyone join during quali. It makes the game crash and have to restart the race.
Really? That's very interesting. I've never had that happen before. And we've got some times on the board now with Colin 132.0, Sime also 132.0, Vampire quickest at the moment 131.9. That is very interesting indeed.
We will make sure we have everybody in before quali starts. Joker also in the 132.0s, Easy Life in the Ferrari 134.1.
Max at 152, Ruznico 135, Sloth at 134 as well. Here is Senna with 132.1. And that's P5 at the moment. Smug is in fact. So he is in the part of the 19, so we are only missing one. Good evening to Baker in the chat. I will definitely keep my eyes on that qualifying, as you say. Okay, mate, your seat is available. I haven't given any reserve ones up. I had a couple of late joiners, as Marvski goes quickest. I had a couple of late joiners take permanent seats. Swanton into P2 for Haas. So I have taken brake tester down to a normal reserve and filled those last two seats. One at Alpine and one at Williams.
Got to do my TikTok live first at 900 or still 9:45 and load up after.
No problemo, sir. All good. I will obviously be here until around 9:50. And then trying to set up racing tools because it's been having some problems. Good evening to Bakey Gaming in the chat. That's a different person from Baker Plays. Just add to the confusion. We've got a Colin in here as well. And that's not Bakes either. So there you go. Bakey Gaming there in the hat. He's just gone over the line at 133.1. We are live, of course, on Twitch and Kick. And the Dynamic Racing Series Twitch as well. Colin's just gone quickest of all. 131.6 for the Ferrari. Ahead of Marvski and Swanton. Those three, along with Vampire, the only four to break the 132 mark at the moment. Then a clutch of drivers in the early 132. Sime, Joker, Senna, Max ahead of Sloth. Still a few not set a time yet. Let's go and see how Smug's getting on as he begins his hot lap in the Aston Martin. Apologies for the nasal, bunged up nature of my voice today. Still trying to get over this cold that I've had for a couple of weeks. I think they should put something stronger in those. Newty's out there, as is Ocean Tame once again. Mr. Pickle right up to P4. In the V-Carb. Outright favourite for the Pro-Am. Here comes Smug towards the line. And it's going to be a 132.6. Very close to Sloth, his former teammate. King Kong out there now in his Williams. On an outlap. Ocean Tame once again. This time we'll hope to not invalidate at the end of this long straight. With the glitching front livery of the Alpine, which is very annoying, but EA have now said they're not going to bother doing any more updates to the game. And he goes on 32.8 just behind Smug into P12. Here's Newty on 34.6 for him, right at the back. We've yet to see Sainsy. And King Kong completing his outlap now. With about 7.5 minutes left in the session. Syme has gone quickest of all. 131.5. Provisional pole position for Syme. Could this be the season to see him back at the top challenging? Newty has left the session and retired. So, problems there. I'm going to try and invite him back in. In fact, he has rejoined. So I don't need to do that. That's fine. We'll stay with King Kong for now. One of just two drivers not to set a time yet.
Good evening.
Good evening to Stacey in the chat. Joker has joined the clutch of drivers in the 131s. He's now P6. Kong's teammate, and Kong has really lost it through there. Either the game glitched or he really made a mess of that corner. I'm not sure which. But it's going to be a 133.0 for Kong. And that puts him down in P14. I think it's just his old man that's missing today. Yeah, no pops today. Some changes since I was last with you with DRS. Ninja and Skippy have decided to step away. Our Nuke's been disconnected again. Skippy and Ninja taking some time out, so they have relinquished their permanent seats. You now see Vampire and Ocean Tame. Let's have a look and see how Max is doing. He's tearing some time off here. He was very quick through there, and this could climb him up the order to the line. And it's pole for Max. Just beat Syme's time there. And Max is now on provisional pole. Senna on his way back in. But he's in that group as well in the 131s, which now goes down to P9 with Vampire. Remarkably tight session in terms of time. With Vampire in P9 at the moment. Only less than half a second off pole. So very little margin for error at the moment. Still yet to see Sainsy. Our Newt's disconnection issues mean that he's going to start at the back. Vampire setting purple sectors now and improving. And now is he going to make an impact on the front? Yes, he is. Up to P3 goes Vampire. And look how close it is. As Newty continues to have some difficulties with connection. No one else at the moment on a hot lap apart from Easy Life, who is tearing off time. Less than 3 minutes now in the session. And Easy Life set to improve on his time. Can he improve position? Yes, he can. 1:32.6 all the way up to P11 ahead of Smug. What a great lap from Easy Life. Sainsy has now joined us as 50 starts a hot lap. Sainsy's out there now. Going for a one shot. Great lap from Easy Life there, up to P11. This is Swanton. Even a couple of tenths improvement can see you go right up the table here. Vampire is out. So Vampire's done all he can, currently in P3. Interesting to see where he actually starts, because there's going to be a lot of drivers trying to make a late improvement. Swanton is one of them, and he is making improvements through Sector 2. Big clutch of cars now in Sector 1 coming out for their out laps. Hopefully the ones on hot laps can get through. We're going to stay with Swanton here. And Swanton goes to pole. 1:31.4. Max is going to hit the line to start his next lap. A few more of them coming round. Where's Sainsy? He's behind a lot of traffic. Hopefully they'll all get out of his way. Not got very long now. Mr. Pickle goes pole. Here is Sainsy to the line. And he is down in 14th. Everybody out there apart from Easy Life now as the checkered flag flies. Bakey Gaming up to P10, 132.5. Now down to 11th as King Kong hits the line, 131.9. And Mercedes is next. Rouge Nico also in there, 132.2. Next round will be the Ferrari of Colin, who has dropped to and invalidated, so he's not going to be any higher than P8. Senna, 131.3, is now in P2. The other Red Bull is 50 Gent. He's quite far down on his time. How's Max doing? He's dropped to 6th now. But is he going to have something up his sleeve? Is Joker going to have something up his sleeve? Thrilling end to this qualifying session. Maxwell to the line. P4 for Maxwell. Where's Joker? Here he comes. He's invalidated. So that will not be an improvement. Smug next. And Smug goes P11. The V-carb of Sloth coming across. And up to P7 goes Sloth. Pickle, has he got another one in him? No, he hasn't. Sainsy. Not got anything doing. Swanton into the pits. Syme into the pits. Senna was well down. Everybody else has hit the line. Marvsky would have been the last one, but he has invalidated. So there you have it. It's going to be Syme on pole. Senna in P2. Then Mr. Pickle, Max World, Swanton, Marvsky, Sloth, Vampire, Colin and Joker. The top 11 all in the 131s. Then Smug, Rujniko, Bakey, Easy Life, Ocean Tame, Saintsy and 50 Gent with our Newt in last and struggling to stay in the lobby. Top 13 all within a second. Incredible stuff. But it'll be Syme and Senna on the front row. Second, Aston Martin, Williams, Mercedes, Haas and Red Bull making up the chasing pack. McLaren are yet to score, so Max, the Lone Ranger for McLaren today with Pops King absent. We'll hope to get them off the mark and kick his own season into gear. I'll take you through tyre choices. Can't speak tonight. Tyre choices on the formation lap. And don't forget, folks, rejoin me at 10 PM where Blobby Mondays Season 4 begins. And it is Abu Dhabi. We start in the desert. Traditional finish, of course, to the real-life F1 season. We start there with Bahrain to follow next week. Ahead of a season that'll run just into January. There we've got 3 100%ers on the calendar as well. If you'd like to join, by the way, still some spaces to race tonight and permanently. Give us a message and we'll get you in the Discord. There we go then. Bit of a longer wait than usual today.
Shame we ain't got Vegas this season, my fav track.
Our season was literally the tracks that weren't in last season. So that's why we did Vegas last season. So that's the reason it wasn't there this time around. But for the new season after that, in January, we will certainly let people pick their favourites. There we go then on the formation lap. Interesting grid here at Vegas, where the back of the grid are around the corner. So lots of mediums out there. The vast majority going for mediums, with just 5 outliers. The outliers are Swanton in P5 on hards, Marvsky in P6 is on softs, Ruznico in 13 is on hards, Bakey Gaming is on hards as well, just behind him in 14, and Sainsey is on hards in P17. 1 or 2 stop strategy according to Amazon. So most teams are sharing the same tyre strategy, with Haas both being on hard. This could prove difficult for Williams, who are both starting next to each other in 10 and 11. They're going to have to coordinate their strategy so they don't have to double stack later on. No such problems for most other teams, are not very close together. And a very quick formation lap later, we are back round to the start. And Swanton has been disqualified for his parking there. Few of them disqualified for parking, both Williams, Easy Life, Ocean Tame. Here we go now. Are we ready? DRS has been disabled. 5 lights, and away they go. And Mr. Pickles had a great start, and he's into P2. Senna's had a dreadful start and dropped to 6th. And a bit of Marvsky's wing has broken there on the back of Mr. Pickle. Marvsky, who did have a great start on the soft tyres. Now 3 wide going into there. Max is up into 4th from Swanton. Then Senna, who had a terrible start. Easy Life's had a bad start. He's dropped to the back. Nico side by side with Vampire. And into the wall. Into the wall goes Rouge Nico and Vampire. And now Bakey going past Vampire. Vampire trying to slingshot it round the outside. And 50 Gent got there as well. I think Rouge Nico has damage. Marvsky definitely did. And now Newt is out. And that's been another disconnection issue for Al Newt. He's out of the race. That's been an utter nightmare for him today. As Colin goes up the inside of Sloth and Colin into the wall. Smug has passed both Colin and Sloth there. Joker's getting involved. Simon survived the first lap. In the lead. Into the pits comes Saintsy. And that is not what he needed, starting on the hards. But he's broken his front wing. Max going side by side with Mr. Pickle now. And gets the move done. So Max up to P3. King Kong losing out to Easy Life there, further back. Kong also with a broken wing. There's quite a few broken wings out there. And Marvsky is one of them. Max now right on the case of Marvsky. Pickle, Senna and Swanton all there chasing. And they're going to swallow him up here down the straight, surely, with DRS. Max is already through. And Pickle looked for a late dive but didn't go for it in the end. Further back, Rouge Nico making a pass on Bakey Gaming. Max, fastest lap of the race. He's trying to get after Syme now. Colin beats that fastest lap. He's holding off Smug in P7 at the moment. King Kong into the pits. As we said, he was another with a broken wing. Side by side, Colin and Smug for a second there. Joker looks on behind them. King Kong rejoins behind Saintsy in last. Syme continues to lead from Max, then Marvsky. Mr. Pickle climbing all over the back of Marvsky there. Then Senna and Swanton. Max is going for the lead. Into the lead goes Max World. Joker's making a move on Smug further back. Marvsky's going to have a look on Syme as well. But Max away in the lead from Syme. Marvsky, Mr. Pickle. Joker ahead of Smug now. Vampire passes 50 Gent. He's another with a broken front wing. Vampire. Joker now with the fastest lap. Mr. Pickle makes a move on Marvsky. And Pickle up to P3. The most pro of pro-ams. Into the pits comes Ocean Tame. Joker looking at Colin up the inside. That was tight. Colin managed to not squeeze in too much. Into the pits now is King Kong again. So possibly a not fixed wing for him down at Williams. Meanwhile, the other Williams of Joker is putting all kinds of pressure now on Colin for P7. And a wobble from Sloth in behind. Senna trying to get to Marvsky now. Don't know what happened to him off the front row. But he ended up back down in the field. Vampire and 50 are at it again. And 50 managed to get the pass. Bakey Gaming passes Ruznikos. Ruznikos in the pits. And he's fixing his front wing now. Senna does make the move on Marvsky, and Joker has got past Colin. There is Joker now ahead of Colin. Bakey's been disconnected. I'll try and get him back in if he's on my list. Bakey. Invite sensor. Swanton now right on the gearbox of Marvsky, with Senna having passed him. Ocean Tame in the pits drops to last. There you see Max from Simon, Mr. Pickle. Senna didn't have any DRS that time. Colin repasses Joker. I'm not sure for how long, as Swanton makes the move on Marvsky. And they go side by side over the start-finish line, with Senna right there as well. Who's going to get through here? It's close, it's very close. And Swanton makes the move. Up to P5 goes Swanton. Marvsky dropping back now. Colin going to go for the... Sorry, Joker going to go for the inside on Colin once again. Nothing doing. Bakey still hasn't managed to get back in his car just yet. He's been passed by Easy Life. Now he looks like he's back in. Max has built up a 2-second gap now to Syme. And Pickle has picked up a similar gap to Senna. Then this battle. Bakey's been disconnected again. It's one of those nights for him at the moment, as well as Al Newt. Swanton ahead of Senna now. And Mr. Pickle is going for P2. Mr. Pickle into P2. Senna defended from Swanton. Just a quick pause of the action to invite Bakey back again. Oh, there he is. I'll give him another invite just in case, but he is back in. Swanton attacking, Senna defending. Good stuff at the moment for these two. Yellow in Sector 2 virtual safety car. Now, what's caused that? What's happened? I'm not sure I know what's happened. No, Ocean Tame has lost his entire front wing. Ocean Tame has had a big accident And it's a virtual safety car. Not yet upgraded to a full safety car, which Max will be happy about as he's built quite a gap at the moment. Pickle in second, Syme third, DRS enabled, and we're back racing. So it wasn't even long enough for Ocean Tame to get back round to the pits, which he's just doing now, I believe. So Marvsky now challenged by Colin. Joker looking to get involved as well. Joker dives the inside. That was a big dive by Joker. And Marvsky didn't have much option but to get out of it. I think now Joker gives that place back, and rightly so. And he'll now come again. Caution in sector 1. Maybe that's for someone getting lapped. What was that? I'm not sure. Not sure what happened there. Joker now passing Marvsky. A lot more legally. I think it was just the ghosting Ocean Tame that caused the yellow flags there. There he goes through. Ruznicko trying to get past Sainsy. And Ruznicko up the inside makes a tidy move on Sainsy. Syme all over the back of Mr. Pickle and going to be back up into P2. Senna now behind Swanton. Marvsky maybe should have boxed with that broken wing as he's dropped down the field. He's now in P8 and a Smug trying to chase him down. Lap 9 of 25, and there's a yellow flag between Bakey and Easy Life, I think, and Easy Life is heading for the pit lane. Easy Life into the pits. Nico and Sainsy side by side. And still. And off goes Sainsy. Sainsy just out breaking himself there when side by side with Nico. Easy Life rejoins behind them. Max now a 4.5 second lead to Syme, who's got Mr. Pickle trying to chase him down once again. And Mr. Pickle back into P2. Senna back ahead of Swanton into P4. Marvsky so far managing to hold on to DRS from Joker to defend from Smug, but I think he's heading towards the pit lane. Syme is in. Marvsky is in. And I think Smug as well, yes. So Syme, Marvsky and Smug all in. Vampire is in. Swanton passes Senna once again. Bakey ahead now of Smug, Marvsky and Vampire. Smug has managed to jump Marvsky during the pit stops. Sloth is off. Sloth has gone off, as you can see. And he's managed to get it going again. 50 Gent and Syme having a tangle there. Did we get any more damage? Would be tragic for Syme to pick up any damage at this stage, having just pitted. But racing a pro-am who's yet to pit. Did Sloth get damage? Yes, he did. Big damage. Big damage for Sloth. Into the pits comes Max from the lead. Mr. Pickle will take the lead. Swanton in second. Senna now pits and Colin. The Joker goes through to P3. Max, Colin and Senna all in the pits. Is Syme going to be able to get the undercut on them? It's close. He passes 50 Gent, but he's going to come out behind Colin and Senna. So that hasn't worked for Syme. Sloth's in the pits now. That's really not worked out for Syme. Max has rejoined in 4th place. And at the moment looks set for victory. It's Mr. Pickle who leads. Ocean Tame has got the first track limit penalty of the race. He's running at the back in 18th. Pickle leads at the moment from Swanton, then Joker. These three have yet to stop as we've got a yellow in sector 3. As Swanton now takes the lead because Mr. Pickle is into the pits. Joker is in as well. Smug making the move on Bakey Gaming for P9. Senna is going to go up to P3 here ahead of Mr. Pickle, who rejoins ahead of Colin and Syme. So Syme, the big loser out of the pit stops. Marsky up to P10. He also lost out during the pit stops. And now we've got a virtual safety car again. 50 Gent exits the pits. But what happened this time? Again, I'm not sure what happened. Can't see anyone with big damage. Swanton will be hoping this VSC continues until he can get in the pits, or even upgrades to a full. And it's Ocean Tame again. Ocean Tame again has smashed his front wing to pieces. And I think that's the cause of the VSC. There you see it. Swanton's coming up towards the pit lane now, and surely he's going to box. He doesn't. Swanton has continued on. Presumably in the hope of a full safety car. And now Ocean Tame's got a drive through. We are back racing again, and Colin has caught Mr. Pickle on the hop and is up to P4. Ocean Tame in the pits once again. Colin having a look to try and get Senna as well. And Ocean Tame is out of the race. And, oh, Mr. Pickle almost into the wall there. Looks to be a 4-car battle for third between Senna, Colin, Pickle and Syme. Joker's dropped away a bit now. And it's Smug, Bakey, Marvsky from Vampire, Rouge Nico, 50 Gent, Sainsy, Easy Life, Sloth and King Kong. Swanton continues on, but now surely only a safety car fall is going to get him any kind of advantage from staying out so long. Senna will have some defending to do from the chasing pack. Vampire trying to catch Marvsky. These two are the only representatives of their teams left in the race. Their teammates are both retired, and Sainsy now ghosting for some reason there and passed by Easy Life. Pickle, Colin. Going to go 3 wide almost there, and they almost ran out straight. Marvsky making the move on Bakey Gaming. Mr. Pickle, fastest lap of the race. He's got the bit between his teeth. Not satisfied with just winning the Pro-Am race anymore. He's fighting it out with the big boys for the top prize. Marvsky, fastest lap of the race. Vampire has also passed Bakey, who pits for a second time. And also in the pits is Sainsy. Still no pit stop for Swanton in the lead. But Max is bringing that gap down, just 3 seconds behind now. Colin, Pickle, Syme, Joker, all right there. Sorry, not Joker. Colin, Pickle, Syme, all chasing Senna. Joker a bit further back in P7. Swanton into the pit lane then. And let's see, is he going to go for softs? Or is it the mediums? It'll be. It is mediums. Syme passing Mr. Pickle. Swanton is going to rejoin in 7th place behind Joker. So now, does he have an advantage for this last 9 laps with the tyres? We shall see. Can he catch potentially this battle for the podium places? He'll be hoping to get past Joker and get on with it. Nico now in the pits. So Senna has now taken second place. Defends from Colin. Syme is fourth. And trying to chase Colin down. Mr. Pickle has just dropped off a little bit. Out of DRS range. And a gap to Joker. Swanton, Smug, Marvsky and Vampire complete the top 10. And Vampire is going to look for a move here on Marvsky. Up the inside. Nice move by Vampire. Smug has picked up a track limit penalty. That's not going to do him any favours. Vampire and Marvsky might fancy getting within 3 seconds of him to leapfrog. Swanton not really reducing the gap to Joker at the moment. Sloth passes Easy Life. Syme surely this time is going to get a move. Vampire picks up a penalty. That could be good news for Marvsky. Is Syme close enough to Colin this time to make a move for P3? He goes to the inside. Colin just holds it in. Max, fastest lap of the race as he goes towards victory. 11 seconds clear now. Marvsky repasses Vampire. Syme going to try and go around the outside of Colin this time. Still there, and Colin still defends. This battling's brought Pickle back into it. Well, they've dropped away a little from Senna. Strange race for Senna. From second on the grid down to 7th. And then climbing back through, mainly with the pit stops. Syme now makes the move and into P3 ahead of Colin. The Mercedes passed the Ferrari. But now, of course, Colin and Pickle will get DRS and Syme will not. So this could be short-lived as Colin retakes the place. Lap 19 of 25. For Max World, who's got an 11.5 second gap at the moment. Senna trying to stay over a second ahead of these scrapping cars behind him. Colin, Syme, Pickle. Joker closing in on them a little. Swanton, no impact since he's gone to mediums. Syme having a look. Marvsky is catching Smug now. As is Vampire. We'll stay with this battle for third place at the moment. This is the closest on track. Saintsy has caught King Kong right at the back of the field. King Kong trying to stretch the hard tyres out for as long as he can. Syme up the inside. Makes it stick on Colin this time for P3. Saintsy and King Kong having a scrap. Colin tries to move to the inside. Retakes P3 as they cross the line. Side by side into turn 1. Pickles trying to thread the needle. Colin stays in front. Colin defends the inside this time. Syme tries to go around the long way round. Pickle is now right on their case as well. Marvsky and Vampire have caught right up to Smug now. There you can see those three. Bakey getting close as well to the back of Easy Life. He's had a solid race, the Ferrari driver. He's in 13th at the moment. And that might soon be 14th. Pickle making a move on Syme. Can he get Colin as well? He can! Double overtake from Mr. Pickle. Mr. Pickle double overtake into P3. Marvsky's going to get Smug here. And that's P8 for Marvsky. Syme now passing Colin. They're still scrapping. They're having a great battle. Vampire has passed Smug. Bakey passing Easy Life. Into the pits comes Smug. So maybe there was something wrong. Indeed, he's broken his front wing. And Easy Life's out of the race. We got a full safety car. Easy Life is out. There's his car. And just as we were saying that Easy Life was having a solid race, he's out. And we've got a full safety car. So in the pits are Sloth, Bakey, Nico. I think everybody's going to pit. Max, who had it won, has now got some work to do. And surely everybody boxes here. Max indeed is coming in. I can only assume that everybody else is going to follow. There's enough of a gap that there are no double stack issues at the moment. And they all do. Does Swanton stay out here? No, he does not. So everybody in. So fresh softs for a 3-lap sprint race. No one should lose any places. I think Smug will have gained slightly from this as he goes up into P10 once again ahead of 50 Gent. He obviously pit just before the accident. It'll take a little while to get them all back together, and I think we're going to be looking at a 3-lap sprint race. Might be a 2, because they are on lap 22, the leaders, and so far we've only got 6 of them. So by the end of this lap, how many will have caught up? It's going to have to be a late shout if we want a 3-lap sprint race. It might well be a 2-lap sprint race. Sorry, Easy Life, for the commentator's curse. Was not deliberate at all. So we have the front 9. We do have another lap of safety car. So it's going to be a 2-lap sprint race. Gent, Sloth, Bakey, Nico, Sainsy and King Kong not yet with the field, so they're going to have to get a wriggle on. And it's all going to come down to 2 laps of racing here in Las Vegas. The order: Max World, Senna, Mr. Pickle, Syme, Colin, Joker, Swanson, Marvsky, Vampire and Smug, who both have 3-second penalties. Then 50 Gent, Sloth, Bakey, who Sloth is just getting there now. Bakey and Nico are going to make it. Saintsy and Kong maybe not. Bakey tagging on now. Here we go then. It's got to be this lap. The safety car is in this lap. Max will pace the field. Saintsy and Kong will tag on. Fielder together. The safety car is entering the pit lane. Max is pacing the field. The others behind him smell an unlikely victory. It's going to be 2 laps to decide this Las Vegas Grand Prix. And Max leads them off from Senna. Pickle, Syme, Colin. Almost going 3 wide in behind Joker, Swanton and Marvsky. And Marvsky could have Swanton here. He does. Marvsky makes it up to P7. Who's looking for moves further back? Order remains the same for now. Max has it from Senna, Mr. Pickle. Syme, Colin, Joker, Marvsky, Swanton. Then Vampire, Smug, 50. Rouge, Nico and Sainsy making it past Bakey. And Sainsy's going to go for Nico as well. Good late racy stuff from Sainsy. Kong is in there as well. Do they all get through okay? Yes, they do. Bakey drops to last place. DRS is enabled for the final lap, and Max has broken that second to Senna. Simon, I think, has broken his wing. Nico's gone off. Nico is off at the back. Simon hasn't broken his wing. It just appeared so a second ago. Sloth scrapping with 50. Sainsy and King Kong still in there. And Sainsy has a wobble and loses a spot to Bakey. Max is away and gone. Senna doing all he can to defend from Mr. Pickle. Then Simon, Colin, Joker, Marvsky, Swanton. Incredible scrap to the death. Pickle up to second. Is Senna going to get swallowed up here? Marvsky's made up 2 places on Colin and Joker. Senna and Pickle going to the corner together. How did they all get through there? Colin's lost out. Max is going to come across the line, and Maxwell sets the fastest lap and wins. Mr. Pickle, they're all coming across together. Unbelievable finish. Mr. Pickle second, Senna third, Side fourth, Marvsky fifth, Joker sixth, Colin then Swanton, Vampire. 50 Gent in 10th from Sloth and Smug. Unbelievable end there, with everyone having a drag race to the line for podium places. 50 Gent, the driver of the day. But it was a masterclass from Max, who takes the win for McLaren and gets them off the mark for the season. Mr. Pickle defies his Pro-Am status once again with a P2. Senna in P3. Simon was fourth from pole. Marvsky in P5. Good late battling from him. Joker in 6, Colin 7, Swanton in P8. Strategy never quite worked out for him. Vampire was in P9, and 50 Gent made up the top 10 from 18th, and a P2 in the Pro-Am. Sloth in 11 from Smug, who suffered that penalty in 12 to drop out of the top 10. Then King Kong, Saint C, Bakey Gaming and Rouge Nico, with the DNF's Easy Life, Ocean Tame and Al Newt. I will be back at 10 PM with Blobby Mondays. Until then, this has been DRS. DRS will be back next week. I've got to go to the toilet again. Good night.